Welcome to my channel. Get comfortable, get you a snack, chill. We're gonna sit and talk about stuff. So, the Spiderwick Chronicles. I had bought, not this one, but book 2 from Sam Goody in the town next over, not too long before Sam Goody had shut down. And I wanted to continue the series, but I had never gotten to it. Finally, last year, I want to say, I had found the whole set. First I had found like book 1 signed, so I have book 1 and 2 separate from this set, I believe. I think I'm correct on that. But I'd found all 5 at Goodwill for like $2 or $3. So I definitely grabbed those real quick because I wanted to complete the series, and that's what I'm doing today. Reading kids and middle grade books can definitely be a palate cleanser in between, like especially if you're reading a lot of horror books or something. Just like with, when I'll watch Disney in between watching a bunch of horror movies, just to have a good palate cleanser. It's also good like if you're in a reading slump and you just need something quick to pull you back in. You pick up a children's or a middle grade that, pulls you back in. So it's kind of like the same as doing a reread too. Especially if you reread a favorite from your childhood or something. Okay. Spiderwick Chronicles. Let's see. Thoughts. So, with the Spiderwick Chronicles, I liked the variety of the creatures, because you had elves, dwarves, troll, an ogre, a goblin, a hobgoblin, dragons, pixies, if I remember correctly, is what they call them. I don't think they call them fairies, I think they call them pixies. Might have had both. Anyways, there was a wide variety, and it would have been, like, I know that there's like companion books that show the different creatures and stuff that's supposed to be like a replica of the field guide. I want to get, or at least look at that one of these days. As far as what was in the books, what I liked, I like how Jared wants to continue author's work by creating more guides or working on his own guides. That would be interesting. I like how the books had intertwined how the kids are dealing with the divorce of their parents, their own little ways of dealing with it, and how Jared had so much anger and he didn't know how to suppress it. The descriptions were very, real to me. You could tell at one point after they talked to their Aunt Lucinda, that she had said that he had left them because she didn't know the truth about where Arthur had went, her father had went. And because of the similarity of the situations in Jared's eyes, he projected his own anger of his father onto Arthur. Because you could tell that he wasn't happy to see the picture of Arthur anymore and stuff. In the end, you could tell how the kids had kind of dealt with not complete resolution, but how Jared had kind of semi-resolved that, yeah, I wish my dad was here and that we wanted to be a family again, but he would never say that when Mulgarath had pretended to be the father. He had told him, like, no, yeah, I know that he would never say that, so I know you're not my dad. It shows a lot of the different emotions of the kids. The books also touch on some of the other, like how Mallory had to deal with the whole having a crush on a boy thing, the other aspects of childhood. Same with touching on the mental health, the anger for Jared. It touched on it without overly going through it. I loved the plot line of Arthur Spiderwick, and I wanted to know more about how he had seen all the different creatures. Like, they had a newspaper clipping about Arthur's brother being killed, and like, by everything that we know he got killed by a troll, and probably the same troll that they used to kill the goblins, depending on how long they live, but most likely. So it would have been cool to see more from that era. Like, we see, the Grace children in this set. Would have been cool to see Arthur's growing up and how he had come across things, and Lucinda's childhood, because she had played with the fairies and such. I wonder how Arthur actually kept it secret from his wife. Probably the same way the kids were keeping it secret from the mom, but that didn't last long. I loved the different illustrations and the letters and the incorporation of different objects like that in there. I loved the hidden office. Seeing more pictures of the office would have been really cool. Because, like, finding a hidden room and just exploring, or even a hidden house or an abandoned house, those are the kind of things that I want to do. And I love books and movies that touch on those things. Okay, good. I'm gonna make sure we're still recording. I liked the ending on how the mom had apologized to Jared, because now she's seen, what they had been going through, and that he wasn't the one to blame. I was glad to see that they had brought Lucinda home to stay with them instead of leaving her in the old folks' home. And it was touching to read the part about how Lucinda had to say goodbye to her father, Arthur, because he couldn't come back. But overall, I enjoyed reading them. It took me about a day, because I was doing other stuff too, but I had fun. Well, thanks for joining me while I read these today. And it was fun, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.